What's up? Welcome back. I'm John Stark, MacMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic, and today we're talking about The Fire Inside. It's a second look. I actually did see this movie already. It was part of my screener package for awards consideration that I was sent from Amazon for last year, and they did not send me audio description, but I still watched the film. I did my responsible duties to try to give the movie a fighting chance in terms of what I wanted to vote for. And now the movie's available on Amazon. So you can check it out with audio description. So um, this is it's Brian Destiny and Brian Tyree Henry star, and it earned Ryan Destiny a couple of awards, at least mentions, nominations for Breakthrough Performer Award. I know Indie Spirit had her, and the Gotham Awards. Brian didn't get really much traction this year, which is really disappointing because I think he's very good in this. He's at least as good in this as he was in Causeway, and Causeway he got as much attention. I just love Brian as an actor. I think he's great in like everything. I think he's absolutely killing Dope Thief right now. I think he's clearly the reason to watch that. So um, I'm excited that he's getting these roles, that he's getting a chance to really stretch himself dramatically as an actor. So for my blind community, I am wearing a purple baseball cap backwards. It's a New York Yankees hat, so you can see the New York logo sort of on the front of it. Black sunglasses. I have a green t-shirt on. It's Loki. It's a graphic tee. Just as Loki, actually. The graphic's actually on the back, and I'm sitting in a chair, so you're not going to be able to see it. But the front just has the word Loki on it. So Fire Inside. So the audio description for this is exactly everything that I thought it would be. If I were to break it down, I thought the character description stuff was pretty good. In terms of what we were getting, I still believe Flint Strong is a better title for this movie, so that way it represents more of the city and it represents more of where she came from. The original title for this movie was Flint Strong, and I just think that that's a better title for the movie than The Fire Inside. I think The Fire Inside kind of hurts the movie a little bit because it's just sort of one of those like meaningless titles that could be applied to like anything. Like anything means that, you know. Sometimes we pick a title that is a little too generic, and the film just kind of gets lost along the way. But character descriptions are solid. Location descriptions for Flint, Michigan, they're all right. We don't go too many places. It doesn't really focus on extreme poverty of people's apartments or anything like that. It doesn't really. I would say the most description you're going to get is probably at the gym, in terms of maybe like a location description, an area, or like the Olympics when Clarissa goes to the Olympics. As far as supporting the general sort of genre of the film, it's a sports drama. So I would say it supports both the drama element of it and the performances by the leading actors, and of course the rest of the supporting cast, but primarily the leading actors and definitely Ryan Destiny as Clarissa Shields. But it also, in the few times, this movie isn't super heavy into fight sequences and training montages. I love that we're doing this now with movies. This is like my new favorite thing that's happening, is that we're able to make sports dramas with like human stories. So that way it feels like we're building up to, instead of spending so much damn time just watching people play the sport, you know. It used to be a lot of times we would watch a lot of game footage or a lot of fights, and then that would kind of dominate. But now I think more and more we're spending less time in the ring, with films and more time talking about the person outside of that ring. And that's what makes The Fire Inside so interesting and gives Ryan Destiny so much latitude as an actress, is that the depth of performance she's able to give, because she's not spending the whole time just punching someone in the face. I just don't think that gets anybody anywhere anymore. So, as a matter of fact, we get to the point where she wins her first gold medal, and we have this whole section of the movie that's about how it's like a commentary on female athletes and the earning opportunities that they have afterwards, and how they essentially sort of have to sell out if they want any opportunity at all, because they're not regarded the same as their male counterparts, which Clarissa points out. She's like, I know men who make 3 times that. She gets offered some paltry like $1,000, and she's like, I know men who make 3 times that, and they never went to the Olympics, you know? So she's being offered things that just regular dudes are being offered more money than that, and she has a gold medal. So, you know, she's calling out the hypocrisy of, and they want her to stop talking about how, you know, hitting people or whatever. She's like, I'm a boxer. That's what I do. You know, like, you want me to not be who I am, which is actually also sort of kind of crazy when you think about it, because why would you ask, is there really nothing out there that a female boxer can't hype? I would think like Monster Energy drink or something, you know, like, there's got to be, there have to be products out there where people like this can be able to participate in the endorsement deals. It's funny how we don't pay attention so much to these sports unless there's a trans athlete that's competing in there, and then all of a sudden we become like experts, and we're like, oh my god, what we've learned while paying a short amount of attention to the sport. It's like, well, I think the fact that Clarissa Shields basically won a gold medal and went back to sort of live in poverty and considered selling her gold medal just to be able to get by, I think that kind of highlights the fact that it's all bullshit, and you don't actually watch the sport in which you're putting your foot down about. So otherwise she'd be able to make more money as the reigning female champion boxer. So yeah, I think this documentary has I think this film has a lot to say. I can actually go thinking about it from a documentary perspective. I think this film has a lot to say about female athletes and how they're treated and represented, and I think the audio description is excellent. The narration is clear, the mix is great, the writing is strong, and I just wanted an opportunity to talk about the movie a second time, but also talk about how excellent the audio description is for the movie. So make sure you check out The Fire Inside. I kind of guessed where my grade would be last time. Sometimes I do that. I give sort of like a floating grade of like where I think the movie would land, and I'm sticking with it. It's a B+. I do think that there are other sports dramas that have landed sort of the bigger punch, that have landed a stronger punch, but this one is still like near the top of the list of sports dramas. So it's just a really competitive year for Ryan. She was on my like, I made most of my lists were limited to like a top 10 with some honorable mentions, but with the actresses lists, there were so many last year that I had like a top 28 or 30 or something. I don't even know. The list was ridiculous because I'd accumulated so many lead actress performances over the course of the year that were really, really strong, really great performances, and Ryan was one of them. So, and I also had Brian, I think, as an honorable mention for supporting actor. So make sure you check out The Fire Inside, and I will see you guys on the other side.